Today on the brown table, some new energy drinks that caught my eye. Why? Because they have an absurd amount of caffeine in them. So today we have two energy drinks from Alani Nu, I'm assuming is the company name. Some fancy graphic design on here, but I'm going to assume that it's Alani Nu is how you say that. They have a couple of different flavors, but these are the ones that seem most interesting to me. Why? Because this seems to be named after a popsicle, and this seems to be named after an alcoholic beverage. So I think we're going to start with the mimosa one today. We'll get this Rocket Pop one looked at a little later, but first let's take a look at the mimosa one. So it is naturally flavored. There's 0 sugar in there, so that's good. This is 12 fluid ounces. It's an energy drink. And by far the most interesting thing to me is the amount of caffeine in it. 200 milligrams of caffeine in the whole can. It's gluten-free, vegan, and is a good source of biotin, B6, and B12. So that's interesting. It's nice that energy drinks are at least there's some healthy variants of energy drinks. We've all seen the monsters of the world with their horrific serving sizes and ingredients, etc. and so on. So here we have the nutritional facts. 10 calories per serving, a serving size of 1 can, so that's good. None of these giant cans which have 5 servings in them, but we all know that we just drink the whole can anyway. And a surprisingly decent amount of vitamins. Niacin, vitamin 6, B6, B12, biotin, pantothenic acid, of course, very important. I'm sure we all know what that does. But it is kind of refreshing to see, a decent attempt at making, or at least putting some kind of nutrients into an energy drink. Let's take a look at the information here. So again, 200 milligrams of caffeine per serving. That is a lot of caffeine. If I'm not mistaken, a regular amount of caffeine, a regular cup of coffee has 90 milligrams, and those Mountain Dews we looked at had something around 90 milligrams. This is 200 milligrams in a can this size. This is roughly the size of a regular Red Bull can. And I think this is even more caffeine than Red Bull. Let's take a quick look at the ingredients. What you would expect: carbonated water, natural flavors, a whole bunch of things that will, raise your heart rate, give you that energy feeling. Of course, the guarana seed extract, hydrochloride, etc., things that I don't know what they do, but I'm sure will make this taste delicious. Perhaps. I guess that remains to be seen. All right, so let's put that down. Let's get Rocket Pop out of the way here, and we will come to this later. Certainly come to this later. And let's try out. So we have our glass. Let's go ahead and get that poured. Let's go ahead and get this out so we can taste it. I haven't had coffee yet, and I'm not going to drink both of these cans because I don't want my heart to explode, since they both have 200 milligrams of caffeine in them. All right, so we're going to pop this. Okay. Nice hiss, some good fizz. Kind of looks transparent there. I'm going to take a quick sniff. Okay. It kind of smells like those dissolvable vitamin C tablets, if you've ever tasted those. The ones that fizz, or I guess they may have some non-fizzy versions. So let's pour it out. And as I said, I'm not going to drink all of this because I don't want my heart to explode. 200 milligrams of caffeine is a lot. So if we just take a look at it in the glass, it looks like pineapple juice is probably what I would go with. When I think of a mimosa, it's pretty simple, right? Just orange juice and vodka? I don't really know. I don't drink a lot. Well, let's taste it. I'm expecting it to be orangey. So when I sniff it, it does really just smell like one of those, like I said, those effervescent vitamin C fizzy tablets that you throw in water as a kid. You watch it fizz and then you drink your not orange drink. So let's give it a taste. That's really great. It tastes exactly as it looks, like a vitamin C shot. So overall, I would definitely give that a thumbs up. If I can even get my thumb in frame here. It is delicious. Can it replace your coffee? Most certainly. Look at how much caffeine is in there. It's about $2 for a can, maybe slightly less. I don't remember exactly. And I would certainly say this is worth trying if you're into energy drinks in general. It has a lot more vitamins and that kind of thing in it. It certainly beats your typical Monster or Red Bull can, although I am certainly a fan of those things. we'll probably look at different variations of that at some point on the brown table because there are a lot of fascinating flavors. But Alani Nu Mimosa flavor, give it a shot. If energy drinks are your thing, just remember there is a lot of caffeine in here. So if you have heart issues or something like that, caffeine really affects you easily. You may want to, just be careful about that. But I'm going to finish this. Certainly a worthwhile investment, at least for one can to try. All right, let's get these out of shot. And let's bring in our Rocket Pop flavor. And of course, another glass, a new glass, because we don't want to be contaminated by the mimosa flavored one. And let's take a look at the Rocket Pop flavored can here. So, very much invokes the ice cream, ice pop, whatever you want to call it, image. I'll put a image of that up here so you know what I'm talking about. You may have seen these at your local ice cream truck or gas station ice cream tub cooler thingy. So what I'm expecting here is some strawberry or raspberry flavor, maybe something blueberry. The white one is always hit or miss. Sometimes it's lemon, sometimes it's something else. I'm not really sure. So we'll take a look. I do like the graphic on this. It is quite nice. Who would want to be in a rocket ship? So again, 200 milligrams of caffeine, gluten-free. There we go, gluten-free, biotin, B6 and B12, and it is vegan, so that's good. Nothing wrong with being vegan. It's always good to have options. And again, serving size and nutritional facts, basically the same as the mimosa variant. Let's keep rotating here. Again, 200 milligrams of caffeine per serving, which is a lot, but I'm pretty sure 200 milligrams of caffeine is the most I've seen per 12-ounce serving. We're not going to read through the list of ingredients. It seems fairly obvious what's in here. Things that give you energy, things that make it taste like a Rocket Pop or whatever those things are called. Let's quit dilly-dallying and give this a try as I almost knock over our glass. So, we're going to pop it open. Both have a very pleasing gas release sound. And as we take a look here, it definitely has a more blue tinge to it. Let me take a sniff. Oop. All right. It does actually smell of berries, so I'm looking forward to this. And I'm definitely a berry guy. I like that. Okay. So taking a look in the glass, it's almost clear, which I find interesting. I definitely thought it would have a bluer tint to it. But I guess, if you think of a Rocket Pop or again, whatever they're called, I'll have to look that up later. It does have 3 colors on it, red, white, and blue. So, I guess they went with the white variant. Let's take a sniff here. So I do get that fake blueberry smell. It's not a blue raspberry, right? Whatever the heck that is, it's blueberry. I don't really get anything that could indicate a reddish flavor or a whitish flavor, if you get my drift. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Whoa. Okay. So right off the bat, the first thing I taste is that artificial cherry flavor. If you ever had a cherry candy or a cherry soda or a cherry ice pop or whatever, you know the flavor I'm talking about. And that is actually quite delicious. It's definitely sweeter than the mimosa variant, so it does fulfill its Rocket Pop flavor profile in that regard. It's definitely almost like drinking just a melted Rocket Pop with a fizz, and you can taste that energy guarana kick in it. Let's give it another try here. Not only does it give you the Rocket Pop flavor, but it also leaves the mouthfeel in my mouth at the end of all this reminds me of the aftertaste of a Rocket Pop. So they've certainly really nailed that there. I have to say I'm quite impressed. Again, definitely just looks like water. If you didn't know any better, you would confuse it with water. But I would probably recommend this as well. At least just try it once, especially if you're in the market for energy drinks. Just remember, 200 milligrams of caffeine in them. So, just be careful. Caffeine can do nasty things to you if you're not careful, especially in large quantities. But overall, thumbs up from me. Give it a shot if you see it at your grocery store. So with that being said, I think that brings our review here to an end. Two surprisingly good products, very high in caffeine, but I would certainly say worth a try at least. Please like and subscribe, it really does help us out, and thank you for dining with us today at the Brown Table.